Hello everyone. In this tutorial I am going to provide a step-by-step guide on how to install a Cisco Nexus 9000 virtual layer 3 switch on EVE-NG. For those of you who are not familiar with EVE-NG, it's a clientless multi-vendor emulation piece of software. There are a couple of prerequisites to this lab which I'll go through now. Number one is that you have an installed version of EVE-NG. The free community edition will work just fine, and that's available off their website. Number two, you need a Cisco account with privileges to download the required image. And number three, some type of SFTP software. Popular examples include FileZilla or WinSCP. First, we'll log into the EVE-NG web client. Now we'll navigate to the tool to add a new object and then add a new node. So add a new object, node. From the list of available devices, let's go down to Cisco NX OS V9K. So that's here. And notice it is grayed out. This is because we currently do not have an image. So let's go over to the Cisco support portal and download the image. I've already logged into the support portal and navigated to the Nexus 9000 vSwitch download page. From here, we'll select the 9.3.8 version. You can select whichever version you need. The actual file we need is the Cisco Nexus 9000/3000 virtual switch for KVM. Notice that it's in the QCOW2 format, and the file is actually this one down here. So let's go ahead and download that. Accept the license agreement, and that should begin any moment. There we go. So let's give that a minute to download. Now that we have downloaded our image file, the next step will be to create an SSH session with EVE-NG. In this case, I'll use PuTTY to do this. So let's go ahead and open that. Just increase the size of that terminal window. So we'll log in with root credentials. There we go. Once that's established, let's create a target directory in EVE-NG where our image will live. So let's create that. Just ensure that you create the target directory in this format and in this location. Just follow this path here. So let's hit enter. And now let's change directory to that location. Okay. Next, we'll go over to our SFTP software and we'll upload the 9.3.8 image to that target directory. So let's move that across. Let's connect to EVE-NG. Let's find where that directory was created, so we'll just follow that path. And there we go. So double click into that and we'll copy that image across. Just give that a second. We'll now go back over to EVE-NG and we'll rename that image file we downloaded to the following format. So we use the following command. So we'll just find out. So that's the image file, and we'll just rename. So just tap that, and we'll rename it SATA with two A's at the end. .QCOW2. And finally, we'll fix our permissions using the following command. Let's now go back over to the EVE-NG web client. We'll add a Nexus 9000 vSwitch to a lab, boot from the image and verify that everything is working as it should be. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll add an object, add a node. We'll scroll down, and as you can see now, the Nexus 9000 is available. So we'll click on that. This is the image. It's got 8 NICs. I think one is used for management, so there's 7 active, 8 gig of RAM and 2 CPUs. So let's save that. Bring that over to the center and let's start that node. So we'll open up a session. This may take a little while, so what I'll do is I'll pause the video and I'll return when it gets to the login prompt. So we'll abort the auto provisioning. We won't enforce password security as part of this tutorial. We'll enter a password. We won't do the basic configuration dialog. We'll log in. There we go. Now there is an important task that needs to be performed so the device boots up correctly after you power down and bring the node back up. So what we need to do is set the boot variable. So the way we do that is dir boot flash. That's our file right there. So we'll go to global configuration mode and run the following command. This will perform a verification check. Exit out of that and we'll copy the running configuration to start up. And we'll just do a show version. Tells you the boot path and the NXOS version. And we'll just have a look at the interfaces. There we go. There's our interfaces. And that wraps up this tutorial. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more upcoming content.